Why is economics known as the dismal science, as the sad science? Because economics is a buzzkill. In economics, we study precisely the allocation of the finite resources we have around us. And to talk about finite resources is always unpleasant, right? But economics says the following: if you decide to buy an iPhone today, you will be left without money to pay your rent. So, regardless of your dreams and expectations, economics is reality imposing itself. That's why they say you can ignore economics, but not the consequences of ignoring it. And why am I bringing up this topic? Because, you see, in the country where I live, we are discussing reducing the permitted work week. Here in Brazil, you can be hired to work for 6 days a week. But people want to change this, so the maximum permitted work week falls to 4 days only. And the reason for this is that, well, 6 days of work in a week is a lot, and I agree, I certainly don't want to work 6 days a week. I would be left with almost no time for myself and for my own life, right? But of course I get that. So to give us Brazilians a better quality of life, the government is proposing this reduction in the work week. As I just saw on Instagram, the idea is that this reduction will help us have a better mental health. And here it's interesting to think about how the road to hell is paved with good intentions, because though this change is being proposed for the good of the population, the truth is that it is going to backfire. This is where economics, the dismal science, comes in, because once again, regardless of your expectations, of your dreams, of your intentions, reality imposes itself. So as much as we Brazilians want more free time and a better quality of life, economic reality will bring us back down to earth, since the opposite is going to happen. But how and why? Because if people are working fewer hours, you as a company will likely produce less. Your production costs will rise and your output will decrease. And if this happens, it means a few things. So either you have to cut people's salaries in proportion to their new schedule, which will result in a drop in income, or you can also keep their salaries intact while laying off part of the workforce, maybe the less productive part of it. And then you will end up having more unemployment. Or, as a third option, you could raise prices for the final consumer. And then everything gets more expensive. So, with the supposed good intention, trying to improve our lives, the government will end up either reducing people's income, generating more unemployment, and causing more inflation. Brazil really seems to be going uphill. That's why they say that a good government is the one that you barely notice, the one that is as small as possible. Because when the government shows up, even with good intentions, usually it's to mess with people's lives.